Hello everyone, Voices here. Today I will be presenting you the best comps for patch 11.17. Let's do this. Yes, so turns out the best comp is still the best comp, even if you nerf Volibear, even if you nerf Heimerdinger. You did buff Gwen for some reason. The comp is still insane. Heimerdinger is still going to be the best carry in the late game in terms of AP. He's just having less attack speed and more mana, but the damage is the same. The only change that you would do is maybe instead of playing the Lulu for 3 Mystics, you play Teemo for Invoker if you really need him to cast faster, and if you need more damage. But yeah, the comp is still to the nuts. You play Draconic Abomination on level 6 with Nunu, Brand, Kalista, Zara, Set, Udyr. You go to level 7, you find Fiddle for 4 A-Bomb, and then you go to level 8 and you play those legendaries. If you're far ahead, you can actually go 9 and find those legendaries if you are okay to greed. If you have a very strong carry, you can do that. You can also, if you are not finding the Heimerdinger where you get a bunch of Zaras for X, you can go for Zara 3. If you cannot find the Heimerdinger, Zara 3 is still gonna do a ton of damage for you. So just another option to consider. In terms of items, those are the best for Heimerdinger. That's not going to change. I really would suggest that you go for Sunfire on the Nunu and for the Abomination, really, because you need the Abomination to be as tanky as possible, which is why you have the Bramble and Declaw here, but it could be Ionic Spark, it could be Trapclaw, it could be anything tanky would be okay. Even Zizirot if you wanted to. Still the best comp in a game, it's for sure 8th kind of comp. You do hit all those upgrades, you go first. If you hit some of those upgrades, you go 4th in the top 4. You don't hit and you force this comp, you go 8th. Another version of the comp is if you do hit Velkas. The idea is the same. Just you have Redeem and Spellweaver. You do have those items for the Velkas. I do believe that this is the best in slot. You have Sunfire, Declaw, Bramble, whatever tanky items. For the Abomination, you have the Volibear maybe here. The idea here is you actually let this open on purpose. Because usually the front line that is on this side or any carries that will be on side will work for, which will make it more towards the center, which is perfect for your Velkas ult. You just put Velkas here if there is a trash in the lobby, otherwise it just goes here. You put the Syndra next to the Velkas, just in case there is an assassin, you want the assassin to ult the assassin away from the Velkas, not from the Lux. So that is the reason why you keep the Syndra next to Velkas, and the reason why this is open is for you can ult more units. Again, if you do not find Heimerdinger, but you do have those units, it's a great composition. You can have it all at level 8. You can win the game with it, you can definitely top 4 with it, S tier. And now we have to talk about Hashkhan, a full cap, basically AD comp, right? So there are 2 ways to play it. Here I just showed the Lucian Sentinel version. You can also play with Aphelios Ranger. But the idea is the same. The idea is that you need 2 carries, not just action. Just action is not going to be enough damage. So you can put maybe Giant Slayer, Last Whisper here, or whatever leftover item you have. And this will be your full cap board. If it is an Aphelios instead here or an Ash, maybe you can go 4 Rangers if you can. With the Varus, you put the items on the Aphelios. This still is a good carry. Yeah, not much more to say here. This is the full capped AD composition where if you have an insane early game, you go to Fast 9 and you have the 80 items, this is the composition that you go for. that's basically it. Now I'm gonna talk about Jack's Knight. It's just so consistent that I have to put it in the S tier. That's, I think, the only reason. It's just too consistent. You will not win a lot of games with this unless you have insane items on the Viego, you have Garen 2, or you can find Jax 3. But it's so good at top 4ing. It's insane. At every tournament organized, every time there was a Jax player, the Jax player did well. So those are the best answers for Jax. I really like this positioning, so the Jax can go here. If there's a carry in the corner, the Thresh will grab him. If there is carries that go towards the Jax, the Galio will taunt. You can have more shields with the Rel. And then Nidalee for the assassins, basically. Yeah. What's gonna happen here is the Jax will work here, be safe with the Galio and stun here their units. And yeah, that's basically the comp. Really, really strong S tier. Riven. So this comp is actually much better than I thought that it was. If you can actually hit your units, it's so much better. Like so much better than Yasuo as the legionary carry. The goal here is to go to level 7 and 3-star Riven, Rakan, Nidalee. If you can, Aurelia, Soraka, but it's definitely not a must. Definitely the 3-cost unit, and Aurelia if you can. And that's the comp. That's just the comp. The rest is just 2 knights and frontline with Dawnbringer. Before the Garen, you can have the Gragas. You can have Rel Nautilus if you need Ironclad. You can add Mystic if you need to. If you hit the Revenants, that's fine too. This is just an insane board for level 7, level 8. If you do hit the Garen, you 3-star those units, that Riven will slap. Of course, you need a secondary carry. In that case, it's going to be Nidalee, since you're going to 3-star her. So any leftover AD items will go on her. I really like the Rage Blade on Nidalee. And then it's just whatever soul item. That would be insane. Definitely S tier. Since they're still insane, best in sub for Nocturne is this. You can probably have Deathblade here also. That's totally fine. I really like actually having one or more ZKs in this composition because I do believe that Nocturne lacks some attack speed. If you do not get the Rage Blade. So if you can stack some Zikis next time, it's fantastic. I really like having on a Dyna so she casts faster as well. And the idea is to have all the melee units on one corner, make sure that the units move forward, the Nocturne goes in the back and kills everything. You go to level 7, you 3-star your Nocturne, you go to level 8, you find your 4 and 4 Sins. If you do have a Sin spot, you definitely should go for 6 Sins instead of the Gwen here, and you would put the Kazakhs. There you go. This will be your composition. This is so strong. So strong. Yeah, just Fiddle 6 is insane, especially in Assassin. So, yeah, definitely S tier. I've seen it pop off in many tournaments. He actually won the tournament, the Monkey Bubble tournament last weekend, by going first twice in a row actually. So yeah, definitely don't sleep on this comp. It's still insane. S tier. Then we're gonna talk about the A tier composition and the rising of Kayle again. Somehow she just popped out of nowhere and she's doing very well. Much better than I thought, to be honest. She has more HP now, a little bit more attack speed, but the idea is still the same. So this is just one version of the comp. You can definitely go Knights, Ironclad, Mystic if you wanted to, like the old composition. That one would work just the same. Deathblade is nuts on Kayle because you want to have that initial damage on her. The idea here is to have a bunch of resistances, shields, heals, to make sure the Kara gets to her 4th ascension and kills everything. That's basically the idea. It's pretty flex as a comp. This is just one other version than just the 4-Knight Ironclad Mystic. Yeah, give it a try, Kale. If you do get KL2 at 8 and you have 80 items, just go for Kale. You can have Revenant, you can have Mystic, Ironclad, a bunch of stuff here. It's still going to be good. It's in the 8 here. Yasuo, he just got nerfed, and that's another nerf dispatch, so it just got a lot worse, which is why I do put it kind of at the bottom of 8 here right now. It's still going to be good. Like Yasuo, Listen 3 are still gonna do a ton of damage, but it's just, I would rather play Riven or Jax now. If you have RC Remnants, I would probably just go Jax, to be honest. But if you do get a lot of Yasuos, definitely go for it. You can go Drew Gauntlet, you can go Hand of Justice. I do believe the sustain is insane on him, especially with Ninebringer. Yeah, you can have the sustain by playing Rakan as well, but it's just different, right? The goal here is 3-star the 3 cards that you play. Play for Ninebringer, Diana, Frozen Heart, Jax as a secondary carry. So all the leftover items, especially AD, will go on him. You can put the mana items here and the tanky items on the listen. That's the comp. Not much has changed, it's just that comp got nerfed twice in a row, so it's kind of a lot worse than it used to be. It's still good, but it's just 8 here now. MF Freeroll, so that comp is, I don't know how. Again, nerf after nerf, it's still really good. MF3 is still gonna do 2000 damage on her ult, basically, which is insane. Yeah, it's just that good. 4 Forgotten, 3 Cavalries is the core. Then it's just a matter of resistances, utility units, good units. You can put the Ray here to guarantee the ult on the Misfortune. You can actually consider put the tanky items now on the Sejuani, since the Karim just got nerfed so many times. Even with 4 Forgottens, I don't think he will heal that much, even if he does a lot of damage. So maybe having more CC with the Sejuani, buying more time for the Misfortune to ult multiple times is the best choice here. Hand of Justice is great for sustain, but if you do not have that, Archangel is still the nuts. Drew Gauntlet to crit, you know it. Comp is still insane. You go to level 6, you try to 3-star Sejuani, Ikarim, Trash, Nautilus. You go to level 7, you 3-star the Misfortune. And then you go to level 8. Before this Vigo, it could be Draven or just another carry, really. But yeah, that's basically the idea. I still go 8 here. Don't sleep on this reroll. And I do have to mention this reroll as well, just because it got a few first here and there in really high lobbies. And yeah, it's just that good. Varus is just that good. The plan here is pretty simple. You're gonna 3-star almost everything here. Leona, Aatrox, Nautilus, Syndra, and Varus. Especially Varus, since he's your carry. All the tanky items on the Leona, because she will have 6 redeem, and the Night buff from the Nautilus. I do believe Rageblade is core on the Varus now. There's different items that you can go for. Hand of Justice is great for the healing, especially if you can get Radiant, it's fantastic. Ash for Ranger is just another stun and buys more time for the Varus, it's insane. Yeah, so here you go to level 5, you need to 3-star the Leona. That's just the way it is. You need to 3-star the Leona. The Aatrox, if you can, you go to level 6, you 3-star Nautilus, Varus, Syndra. If you can 3-star Lux, also fantastic. If you can, that's fine. You go to level 7. Once you are level 7, you should have 6 redeemed 2 knights with the Nautilus, and an Ironclad actually. And yeah, level 8, this will be your board. You should have most of the 3-star, adverse should do a ton of damage. If you do have any mana items, you either put it on a Sandra or the Lux, depending if you're going for Lux 3. Lux 3 is still going to do insane amount of damage, so if you do have Lux 3, put the mana on her, otherwise on the Sandra. That's basically it for this patch, guys. Let me know if you do have any questions about all those compositions. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.